Hey, it's Joe, and welcome back to Humanfluence. Let's cut through the noise and dive into something real. Making something of your life. No excuses, no sugarcoating, just the truth. Because at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. Your choices, your actions, and yes, even your failures are the bricks in the foundation of the life you're building. Now, we all have flaws. We all face moments of weakness. That's part of being human. But here's the difference. Those flaws don't define us unless we let them. What defines us is whether we acknowledge them, face them, and put in the hard work to rise above them. For you are the architect of your life. No one is coming to save you. And that's a freeing realization because it means the power is in your hands. So let's dig in. Where to begin? The first step in building a life you're proud of is recognizing what's holding you back. And let's be honest, most of us don't want to face our flaws. It's uncomfortable. It's easier to point fingers, to blame circumstances, other people, bad luck. But here's the hard truth. The biggest obstacle in your life is staring back at you in the mirror. Maybe it's procrastination. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, next week, or next year, but deep down you know tomorrow never comes. Maybe it's pride. You can't admit when you're wrong, so instead of learning from your mistakes, you double down on them. Or maybe it's fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside your comfort zone and risking the unknown. Whatever it is, you need to name it. Give it a face. Because if you don't face your flaws, they won't disappear. They'll quietly run your life, shaping your decisions and limiting your potential. And the longer you ignore them, the harder they'll be to overcome. This brings me to another truth we don't like to admit. A victim mentality will destroy your potential. Don't get me wrong, bad things happen. Life can be brutally unfair. People can hurt you, opportunities can slip away, and circumstances beyond your own control can knock you down. But staying in the mindset of a victim, that keeps you stuck. Life will throw curveballs, but you still have a choice. You can dwell on what's wrong, or you can figure out how to make it right. You could focus on what you've lost, or you can build something new. Playing the victim might feel validating in the short term. It's comforting to say, this isn't my fault. But in the long term, it strips you of your power. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as a creator, everything changes. You realize that your circumstances don't define you. It's your response to them that does. And that shift, that's where the real power lies. Let's talk about self-worth, because it's the foundation of everything else. If you don't believe you're worthy of success, happiness, or love, you'll sabotage yourself at every turn. You'll settle for less because you think that's all you deserve. You'll settle for less because you think that's all you deserve. Self-worth isn't about arrogance or entitlement. It's about recognizing your inherent value as a human being. You're here for a reason. You have unique gifts, talents, and perspectives that no one else does. But if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else to? Building self-worth isn't easy. It means unlearning years of negative self-talk and replacing it with a belief in your potential. It means setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain you and yes to things that scare you in the best way possible. Because deep down you already know your worth. You just have to trust it. Your life is like a building. Every thought, decision, and action is a brick. Some bricks are strong and steady. Those are your wins, your progress, the moments you take pride in. Others become weak and cracked. Those are your mistakes, your doubts, the times you let fear win. The question is, are you building something that will stand the test of time? Or are you throwing bricks together without a plan? Being the architect of your life means taking responsibility for every single brick. It means being intentional about your actions, your habits, and your mindset. It means asking yourself, is this choice building me up or is it tearing me down? And the world loves to tear us down. Architects don't build skyscrapers overnight. They create blueprints. They revise, adapt, and build one brick at a time. Your life is the same. Start with a vision, then take it step by step. The beauty is in the process. Now the elephant in the room, excuses. We all have them. I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. I'm not talented enough. Excuses are just stories we tell ourselves to justify staying comfortable. But let's get real. Every successful person you admire has faced obstacles. They had doubts, setbacks, and failures. The difference is they didn't let those things stop them. They found a way. So if you want to make something of your life, you have to stop making excuses. Start where you are with what you have and build from there. It won't be perfect. It won't be easy. But it will be worth it. And isn't that the point? Fear is one of the biggest barriers to success. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But here's the thing about fear. It only has power if you let it. When you face your fears head on, you start to see them for what they are. Temporary discomfort, not permanent barriers. The antidote to fear is action. Every step you take, no matter how small, chips away at the fear until there's nothing left for it to hold on to. Transformation doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens in the moments when you feel the fear but act anyway. Fear, false evidence appearing real. And those moments, that's where confidence is born. You don't wait for it, you build it, one step at a time. And a positive mindset doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on what's possible instead of what's impossible. Seeing challenges as opportunities instead of obstacles. When you adopt a positive mindset, you take back control. You stop being a passenger in your life and start being the driver. You realize that even the setbacks, failures, and struggles are all part of the journey. They're not here to break you, they're here to build you. And when you embrace that, you start to see your life for what it is, what it really is, a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making. You are the architect of your life. No one else can build it for you. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be days when it feels impossible. But every choice you make is a brick in the foundation of your legacy. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop blaming your circumstances. And stop doubting your worth. Start building. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Humanfluence out.